even before he married Meghan, I remember my mom would always say, I like that Harry.
But I think she really, really loved Harry.
That her British friends warned her, once you marry Harry, the press is going to really attack you.
So I'm really glad that she escaped. And she brought Harry with her, so he got to escape too. So. Kimbra, I know we were talking about this earlier in the week. What is your take on Meghan Markle telling people to vote, telling people to get out and vote?
Right. Yeah, because, she's been aligning herself with Michelle Obama and doing some special videos that I've seen online. And I thought it was great. She always comes off very well spoken and articulate. And I thought it was really, I was a little surprised that she was doing it because they've been a little low key lately, but it was kind of nice to see her. And then I was reading online that, a lot of British people were very upset that she was commenting, being political. I didn't realize just telling people to vote as being political, but to some people, she was giving the impression that she was aligning herself more with the Democratic Party because of some of the things that she said. And so I guess as a royal, technically you're not supposed to comment on any elections or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm sure she kind of laughed to herself when more fanfare about, much ado about nothing, but I think it was good that she did that because I think people should vote. She is an American,
Yeah. I feel like a little bit first of all, I wish her and Harry the best. I think they have found each other. I love to see two people so in love and united and sticking by each other and helping each other to become the best they can be. So I'm really, really happy for them. And I think their little baby is just so cute. I want to see more
he is cute.
Archie. Yeah, I think we all want to see more of him. But I think they're trying to protect him like good parents would. So, but with that said, I feel like, they expected her to give up her whole identity to become this, royal, which is ridiculous in this day and age that we even have royalty. What does that mean? That's, archaic to me. It's fun, as a little girl, you want to be a princess and you want to wear the crown, but can't we all be princesses and queens? And I just find a monarchy ridiculous in this day and age. And for them to expect her to completely give up her identity and to conform to their ways of life, which are, again, archaic, I feel like it's ridiculous. So I'm really glad that she escaped. And she brought Harry with her, so he got to escape too. So I'm glad that we have them here in the United States.
I mean, I can see that the one point I can see is that, the British people feel like their taxpayer money is, supplying their lives, taking care of their lifestyle to a certain extent. But it's not really that much of, I was reading online, it's like 5% of the taxpayer money goes towards the upkeep of, Meghan and Harry, their travels, their rent, whatever it is. And then the rest comes from Prince Charles. He's got some kind of trust that he actually pays for them. So, I don't know. I mean, I think it's good. They said that they're not going to take any more money from the British people. So then they should be able to do whatever they want, right?
If you like our videos, go ahead and click on like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, I agree. Well, and I gave thought to that, and I thought it's not Harry's fault that he was born into that family and what comes with that family. It's a dangerous position because he could be kidnapped or something like that. So I do feel like the public, because it's almost like a circus act to me. The public looks to them like this entertainment or something, and so I think the public should pay for his safety, not the rent and everything else. They can pay for their own home, and which they are, and I think Prince Charles is probably footing the bill.
Sure.
It's none of my business. It's up to them. But as far as the taxpayers, I think they do owe him that. It's not his fault he was born into that family, and it's his life, so it's his decision that he wants to.
I think when they stepped away from the royal family, or being whatever they called it, the active members, I think when they moved to the U.S.
Senior members, they're not senior members anymore.
Whatever that expression was, but I feel like England is not going to pay for their security anymore because they're here, but probably Prince Charles has a fund that, and Diana, actually Harry inherited a lot of money from Diana, like, I don't know, I want to say $9 million, $10 million, maybe more, but so they're not poor in any case.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them financially at all. But yeah, I'm really happy for them. And Meghan, I read she was saying she's home.
Sure.
And the British people were so angry at her for not living up to their standards the way they wanted it to be, but now she's back home. This is where she wants to be, and that happens in any marriage. Imagine, say you meet a man from another country and you want to marry him. Where are you going to live, in his country or yours? Whose traditions are you going to follow? That's normal. That happens with everyone. And it just so happens that I think he wanted to escape that lifestyle. I think he's probably got a lot of questions about his mother, what happened to her, and how the paparazzi, kind of ruined her life, definitely, tainted her life, and made her very unhappy in a lot of ways. So I think he wanted away from that. He wanted
because he saw the worst of paparazzi, obviously with his mother. And I've told you many times, when I was in Europe, I noticed that paparazzi is way worse over there. I always think it's funny over here. You see the National Enquirer and stuff, and they're together, they're apart. They're together, they're apart. They're having a kid together. But over there, it's way worse. I mean, the paparazzi do horrific things to get a good story. So, and I think Meghan, I saw her on something where she was saying that her British friends warned her. Once you marry Harry, the press is going to really attack you. And she didn't realize that it was as bad as, they were saying. She didn't think it was going to be as bad. So, you can only imagine. I don't even like reading things about myself online, and the little that there is. I can only imagine what she must be going through. Like they pick apart her appearance, the way she holds her baby. Her legs weren't. I think I told you where they said she never developed her legs or something weird like that. It was so weird, They just pick you apart.
Yeah, I think it's probably awful. And even here, it's probably awful too, because as a society, we prey on celebrities and we put them up to higher standards than they can live to. We expect them to be perfect so that then we can pick them apart. And that's just a flaw in people's egos, I think, and us as a culture. But some of those traditions also, I don't think she was allowed to wear pants and jewelry, and there were just all these weird, she always the hats, and can you imagine? I definitely wouldn't fit in that culture at all, and I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't be happy. But I think she really, really loved Harry.
Sure.
And so she was willing. I read somewhere where she said, I gave up my life for him. I gave up my life to be a part of this family, and I tried to conform, but I think she felt they weren't supportive enough. And we're just guessing from what we read. I don't want to judge any of these people. They're probably all good people. It's just a family matter. It's something that, didn't work out. But I tend to side with Meghan and Harry, because I feel like the traditions are just so out of date and ridiculous, and kind of they turn the royal family into a circus act to me. And it's just, they hold them in such high regard. On one hand, they're special, but they're also expected to perform like circus animals to me. So.
Well, yeah, I know. And I was reading online where they spend, like, let's say $540 million to take care of them, but they bring in more than that from tourism, so they're like, definitely like circus, animals in a way.
Yeah. I just, it's fine if the ones that want to live that lifestyle, that's fine. I still think that, curtsying before someone else in this day and age, why would you do that? Why would we still maintain those weird traditions that a class, it's like separating people by class. And I just think we've grown beyond that. And I find it very silly. So
I don't know. I mean, I'm just wondering, would I fit into the royal family? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, you remember when you made me curtsy before you last year?
Oh yeah, that's right. When you come to my gigs, you have to curtsy,
curtsy. And I have to wear a dress, and
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
walk
Well,
3 feet behind.
no, but it's good that you question that. I guess because in England, in America, we don't have royalty. We have celebrities, right? So in England, their royal family is like their celebrities, but they have to do. Oh, I was just going to say they have to do so much more. But I feel like some of our celebrities, I feel sorry for them. They get, they're paparazzi are living outside sometimes, breaking into their places where they live.
Well, and fans, and we living in LA, you most of your life, and me for most of my life, my adult life, we were used to being around famous people all the time, and we were actors ourselves, and you're a performer, so it wasn't such a big deal. But can you imagine being that famous that people are hounding you everywhere you go and wanting your autograph and staring at you and picking you apart and waiting for you to do something wrong, or even just adoring you, but having those eyes on you all the time. And I've done it. You see somebody like Oprah Winfrey, and you're like, oh, there's Oprah, and you're staring at her because you just want to see her.
The thing that I would not like is, like, I don't like to put on makeup and stuff when I'm not doing stuff like this. So they would be like, oh my God.
Paparazzi would be putting the pictures in the paper, and they would hold out makeup though. So you're not a good example.
No, but thank you. But they would show, they love to show they get the worst possible photo with your face all distorted, no makeup, going, ah.
Yeah. And of course we're all dating that way.
Yeah, that's true. That's
really
true.
hard too. So yeah, I think it's hard to be famous. I think what we do to famous people is, it's not really right. Like, a lot of people just want to be an actor, and they just want to do the job. And of course they make a lot of money, and the fame comes with it, but I don't think we should be able to harass them.
When our friend Gigi Perot was a guest on our show, she shared with us her experience teaching drama to Meghan Markle in high school, and then again with the paparazzi when Meghan and Prince Harry were preparing for their wedding. Take a listen.
And it happened to be the school that Meghan Markle, the now Duchess of Sussex, went to.
Yes.
And that, about 2 years ago, when their engagement was announced, my life changed from being rather normal and drab to having people approaching me from all over the world to do interviews. What was she like in high school? What was, all of that. And it was fascinating, but, so many people just wanted dirt.
Sure.
They didn't want to know the good, wonderful things. And Meghan was an adorable girl, a wonderful student. Her dad worked very hard with us, doing all the technical things, because he was a lighting designer for ABC. And he did my lights, helped build the sets, brought the kids food. And, he was just amazing. And Meghan enjoyed working at that time with me and with her dad and all that. And, they keep wanting to know what is the dirt, what happened between the two of them. There was this break. And I said, I have no idea. These are humans. These are people.
Right.
People have problems with their families, and you have to allow them to be who they are and not judge. So all the things I've done before I even agree to do an interview, I say, no dirt. You're not going to get anything negative from me. So if that's what you want, find somebody else. And they go, no, that's okay. We can deal with the truth sometimes. No, but it's Meghan is, I'm sure, still a lovely young woman, and I wish them all the best. I mean, I can't imagine the pressures and everything that go along with where she is at this point. But I was brought to London by ITV.
Wow.
And my daughter and I went, and guests of ITV, and got to go to the wedding and I commentated the wedding and so on.
Oh, the Meghan and Harry wedding?
Yes.
The wedding. The only wedding that matters.
The wedding. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to be specific.
No, I just wanted to make sure, because that's a big deal.
It was a big deal, and it was lovely to be there. It really was.
Oh, I bet.
Gigi, I saw online, you could tell me if this is true or not, that when her carriage rode by, she recognized you. And
it seemed that way. I don't think she had any idea or knew that I was going to be there for ITV. But when the carriage came by, there was no question. She was waving on the other side, and I was right there at the fence with a little pendant that said "Immaculate Heart" on it, school on it. So I don't know whether that caught her eye.
Sure,
but,
sure.
As she turned, she looked, and there was an instant of recognition.
Right.
And of course, the carriage kept going. The horses didn't stop.
Right.
So,
right.
And the people standing next to me said, she recognized you. And some of them had been taping it, or using their cameras and getting pictures of it, and it went viral. Meghan Markle recognizes her former teacher, whatever.
Aww.
So I don't know if she really did or not. One of these days, I would hope that I'm going to get to see her again.
Right.
And I'll ask her, but I know there's probably a little bit of tension still because of the past and because of my friendship with her dad and so on.
Yeah.
So I'm just, letting things, hoping, wishing for the best for the two of them.
Her dad seems like a really nice guy. You read a lot of negative stuff in the press, but from what you told me, he sounded like he was so involved, Oh,
he was very involved. And he really is a very nice guy. He's a little intimidating just by his size. He's like 6'3" and a big guy, but he's just a big teddy bear. And I think he got some very, very poor advice. I wish he had gotten advice from the palace, from someone in the royal family, not the family, but the people that direct them and tell them what to do and so on. I wish I'd gotten a little advice from them. He didn't. And he's now living in Mexico, very quiet life, and hoping that one day the rift, whatever happened, will be over, and he would love to see his grandson. And,
I read somewhere too, maybe if this is true or not, that he actually won the lottery or something like that. Is that true? Do you know about that?
I'm not sure. So not the law. I think he won $100 and some thousand at one point on the lottery. That may be true.
How lucky is that, if that's true?
Nice.
Yeah, but I think it was quite a while ago. And he helped Meghan through college and her career, and he was always on Facebook saying Meghan's going to be on, when she was on Deal or No Deal.
Oh, Deal or No Deal.
And the different things that she did. So it was always kind of great fun to keep up with her career. And then she got Suits and moved up to Canada.
And this kind of ties into what we were talking about in the beginning. I was just thinking about actors making political statements. I remember when I was a kid, I used to always think, why are they doing that? Why are they wasting their time? We don't, I don't care. But I think, I was a kid, right?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
A lot of actors say political statements when they accept their awards and stuff. And yeah, maybe it's not what everybody wants to hear. It's boring, but they have that right. And it's the same thing with Meghan Markle. She is an American first, and I believe she has the right to say what she wants to say. Now, if the royal family has a problem with that, then they're going to have to, resolve it. But I personally, don't think that she should be stifled.
I don't think anyone should.
Mm-hmm.
First Amendment, free speech. There's all that censorship on social media and everything, and I want to know what people are thinking. I don't want to tell you I don't want to hear it. I want to know if it's bad, especially. I want to know where people are coming from. But yeah, I really like Meghan Markle. I think she's been definitely a solid, good influence, what Harry was looking for and what he needed. And from what I've read, she's a very good person, and she doesn't get credit for all of even before she became, famous through Harry, she did a lot of charity work. I read she was working with the girls over in India to help them to get feminine products so that they could go to school. And that's really not a glamorous kind of charity, but she did that, and she spoke before women's groups, and she was very outspoken about women's rights and human rights. So and I don't think that was manufactured. I think she just really cares. And, maybe she's difficult at times about some things, and maybe, being part of the royal family and maybe not getting the support that she had hoped she'd get. It was an adjustment for her. So maybe she was difficult at times, but so what? You put someone in a situation like that, and it's different and strange. I think the family could have probably supported her a little bit more, and they wouldn't have wanted to leave. Right. But we got them. So
there are celebrities now.
There are, yeah. So I feel like we got lucky with having them. And I was reading, they're helping. They're doing some charity work now, and I'm sure some of it is just out of boredom and wanting to do something, and some of it is people that do charity work know how good it feels to do it. And they were delivering food for projects.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
I used to do that. I did that when I was in LA. I think that's
Really?
Marianne Williamson started that charity.
Mm.
And yeah, I used to deliver food to AIDS patients for them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on TV, a news clip, where, the person that were getting the food were like, they're like, after they shut the door, they're like, was that Meghan and Prince Harry? They was just
Harry bringing your food. Yeah, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, so good.
It was very emotional when I did it because some of these people were dying. Like they're hooked up to all kinds of tubes and stuff, and you have to let yourself in and just leave the food on a table, and they're laying there. Another one, she was a grandmother and she had AIDS, and she just asked me to hug her. She was probably so lonely. She just said, "Will you hug me?"
That's so sweet.
Oh, I walked away crying all the time. I was a mess. But yeah, it's very emotional, and I think it's very big of them to take that on and to try to do some other things. And supposedly now they're living in Santa Barbara. They bought a house,
right?
A $14 million home that I guess they got a really good deal. So because it was worth a lot more, it was on the market for a lot more, and they're happy. I wish them well. I hope they prosper.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see more of what they're planning to do. I know they've got some things in the works, that they want to do more charity work. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of them.
Hey, this is Kelly, and I wanted to share with everyone that Meghan and Harry signed a very lucrative deal with Netflix this week. I'm so excited for them, and I look forward to seeing what develops from this new venture. Meghan and Harry have shown us that anyone can have family troubles, face vicious gossip, and even suffer from depression. Titles, fame, and money can't protect us from life, but a fairy tale romance, an adorable baby, and a deal with Netflix sure can sweeten the journey.
Yeah. So Meghan and Harry, if you're listening, keep up the good work.
Yeah, we're fans. We like you. We're glad to have you. Yeah.
Right. So. All right. So if you guys have any comments, feel free to comment below.
Yeah, we want to hear, what do you think? If anybody's had an experience of meeting them or anything, please feel free to comment below. You Brits, if you don't like what we said about taking Harry away, feel free to share it and leave a message for him. Let him know that he's still loved in the UK too.
That's true. I'm sure they missed him. He was funny. Even before he married Meghan, I remember my mom would always say, "I like that Harry. He's just so." My mom loved Prince Harry.
Down to earth. He seems very genuine.
And he's just he was a character. You know what I mean? He wasn't like your typical, prince.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't trying to put on airs and act like a prince. He's trying to be a real person and experience life. So
that's true. That's true. I think Diana did a really good job with them. Considering all they had to go through.
Yep.
So good for them. Hope they long and happy life for both of them. Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.